Last episode was one of the most epic episodes, I think, of Football Manager I've had all year. Maybe the most epic ever on YouTube. If you didn't see it, go check it out. Today, episode 27 of this Atalanta Let's Play. I'm wearing a suit. Well, I say I'm wearing a blazer. You know what that means? It means it's a Champions League final episode. The standing up desk is activated. I'm nervous. I'm excited. Today's opposition, Man City. A Man City team that have Erling Haaland. Yes, folks, we are back. I hope you're doing amazing. I hope you're excited. A little bit of a throwback there in the intro. Some people are sat thinking, he's made an editing mistake. No, that was intentional. Reference, game on point. If you watch Park to Primera, you know. If you don't know, you should go watch last year's series in Spain, Racing. Very fun series, I think we can all confirm. Today we are back, Champions League, Man City. Now, last time out, we did secure the Serie A title against Fiorentina. Since then, 3 matches played, a draw against Inter, a defeat against Juventus, a 6-1 win in the league, and, well, none of that really matters, does it? We already knew we'd win the league. As you can see here, we ended up 10 points clear at the top, 113 goals. Benjamin Sesko, highest average rating in the league. He also won Striker of the Season. So take that, Immobile. You can have your 47 goals. Sesko got half of that in, well, 19 games, and he was deemed a better striker. I do feel like they rate that average rating too highly, say, versus the goals kind of stats for that award. And just to prove I'm not making it up, Benjamin Sesko, Striker of the Season. Immobile's been robbed there. But anyway, today's focus is all on the game against Man City, and speaking of which, we're going to put the highlights on extended for this one. Yeah, that's right. You know it's a serious episode when I'm changing the highlights mode before we go into the game. This is a massive occasion. I always want to win a Champions League to end a series. Back at Racing, back last year at this time, we just kept bottling finals. This is our first attempt at it. I want to believe it's possible. It's at Wembley. It's against Jurgen Klopp's Man City. That makes me feel unwell to say aloud. Yeah, can you tell I'm a bit nervous for this one? So let's discuss team news for this game. Unfortunately for us, Pessina is out suspended. Of course, he got sent off against Real Madrid in that rather memorable semi-final. What does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what it means. It means Sanchez is going to move to left centre mid and play as the box-to-box midfielder. Zakarian is going to come into the team, the 21-year-old who has 20 goals from centre mid this year. He's been absolutely mad. He is going to start, and a big decision made in the final third. Benjamin Sesko is coming in for Luca. There was a temptation to drop Raspadori, who really did end the season quite poorly, but ultimately, despite Luca's good form to end the year, I think for this kind of match, you just have to have your best goal scorers on the pitch. And in fact, when you look at our top 3 goal scorers, between them, they've got a lot of goals. I say a lot of goals, I've just added it up. 87 goals between 3 of them. That's quite a lot. So to look at our team from back to front, in goal, we've got Marco, of course, the 23-year-old club captain, a player who has continually got better, a player we've shown a lot of faith in, remarkably consistent over the last 2 seasons. He's had the exact same average rating 2 years in a row. Ahead of him, we have our centre mid trio. It is going to be Umar Saleh playing as the right centre wing back. Out on the left-hand side, we go with the big, meaty man, Benoit Badiashile, 194 centimetres of steel. This man, 16 strength, 18 jumping, a real physical specimen of a man at the back. Alongside them, and of course slotting in between, Christian Romero locks out the defence. Into the centre defensive mid position, we go to Ricci, who is considered a world-class midfielder. Not necessarily sure he's shown the fact he's world-class yet in Atalanta colours, but there's no time to turn up like a cup final, Samuele, so maybe today can be his day. We've talked about the centre mids. Out on the left-hand side, we go with DeMarco. Had a little bit of a slow end to the season. I don't want to say that too loudly, but compared to his, regular form, he did peter off a little bit. That said, he still did quite well across the season. 7.88 average rating in the league. Out on the right-hand side, we go with the big transfer of the last season, Musa. £60 million spent. Was it £60 million well spent? I'll let you be the judge. He had a good first year. If he makes a name for himself here, all will be forgiven. And up top, of course, we go with Benjamin Sesko, who is picked ahead of Luca. I'll let you guys decide if that is a good or a bad decision. Ultimately, they're 2 pretty similar strikers. Sesko, maybe a little bit quicker. Luca, a bit better in the air. And of course, alongside him, we've got Raspadori, a man who we brought in our first transfer window for 21 million. His goal-scoring record's been rather good. 21 goals scored in the league this year. In the Champions League, he has got 8 in 10. and he's the man I'm choosing to lead the line today. Of course, on the bench in this competition, we get loads of bench options. So pretty much every single squad player is on the bench, except Cher and Dor. So, sorry, Cher, you're really just here because you're homegrown at club. But you get a participation... Actually, no, he doesn't get a participation medal. He's not played any Champions League games for us. Anyway, moving on. Okay, I feel like I'm ready for this game now. Man City, they're a little bit scary. Their defence, they've got Lucas Hernandez, Laporte, Ruben Diaz, Cancelo, Ederson. That's a good defence. Frankie de Jong, De Bruyne and Rodri as a midfield trio. Jeremy Pino, Bernardo Silva and Haaland up top. On the bench, Ivan Toney. That's a bit of a weird one, is it? Also, Griezmann and Grealish, kind of perhaps players you'd more associate with Man City. Elsewhere, they've also got Foden, Demiral, our former man, and John Stones also on the bench. I mean, he could score a goal in the last kind of 10 minutes, couldn't he, to swing a European game? Let's hope the game doesn't mimic real life, shall we? Okay, Wembley Stadium, a place we're familiar with off the back of Parc to Prem this year. Plenty of trips here, and plenty of wins got here as well. As Crystal Palace manager, we are going to hope we can replicate history, but I have to be wary. I have to know that Erling Haaland is a threat. He's quite a scary human being, isn't he? The Norwegian striker. You can get the sense of occasion. Of course, next year in Football Manager, the Champions League, the Conference League, the Europa League, all the leagues in the UEFA sense, they're all licensed, so we might have some crazy in-match graphics. Oh, please don't score immediately. They've hit the post. They've hit the post inside 20 seconds. It was offside. It wouldn't have counted. That concerns me. Oh, my word. Are we going to up the other end? Raspadori's been played through. They've hit the post. And now Raspadori's missed a sitter. We've had 2 chances like that in the first minute. This can't stay like this. My heart won't take it. Cancelo on this near side. Man City throwing it down to Haaland. Dispossessed, though, by Renato Sanchez. He's like a little terrier in the midfield, is Renato. Snatching the ball there away from Haaland. Now we look to do Atalanta things. Play it out from the back, knock it around with our defence, try and create some space to work the ball into. Badiashile down the line to DeMarco, who tries to flick it onto Raspadori. Raspadori couldn't quite get on the end of it, and now Man City in possession. I have to remind myself, we're playing on extended highlights. We're going to see more highlights. We're going to see highlights that aren't actually that good of a chances, but they all add to the nerves, as oh my word. Soleil, be careful putting in a tackle there. Jeremy Pino, not a pointless highlight. Not a pointless. It's 1-0 Man City after 10 minutes. It's not an ideal start. I'll level with you. I mean, could we have dealt with this better? I mean, the initial tackle was nice by Soleil. Lucas Hernandez picks it up. Pino steps inside and then just smashes it. Could Marco have done better? The ball came through a lot of traffic. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Not a good start. Let's get shouty. Demand more. It's needed. And immediately, we have another highlight. Soleil out to Musa. Zakharyan, a player who I need to have a big game today. Sesko up against Laporte as well, hoping that he's going to be able to get the better of the Spanish centre-back. Zakharyan through the middle, drifting wide, gives it to DeMarco. Could we get a ball into the box here? Badiashile, Richie, Badiashile, DeMarco, Raspadori, Zakharyan. It's a sensational goal, if it counts. The linesman didn't raise his flag. I want to believe this won't be ruled out. That was such a nice goal, if it counts. The AR is checking it. Okay, breathe a sigh of relief, everyone. We return fire after 6 minutes. Demand more, it turns out, does work. This was a really nice goal, by the way. And Zakharyan, in the team today. Pessina suspended. The only real reason he's in the team justifies his selection. He scores. It was a really, really tidy finish. How close was this to being offside? Never in doubt. Corner for Man City. Bernardo Silva over it. Going to swing it in on his left foot. Soleil back post heads it away. Pino's going to look to keep it in play here, and he does so. Laporte now with the ball. Frankie de Jong. Rodrigo dinked over to Bernardo Silva, who's looking very threatening. Erling Haaland. I'll tell you what, that's a let-off. He smashed it over the crossbar. Unfortunately for us, I'm immediately into another highlight that starts in our half. Can we just have one start in their half for once? De Bruyne, Rodrigo, Cancelo. Lots of time and space to put in the ball here. Rodrigo, De Bruyne, Cancelo again. And knocking the ball around quite nicely here, aren't they? Back post, Pino nods it down to Hernandez. We are defending not particularly well in the wide areas. I think I want to play Musa as a right back, but he doesn't know how to play right back. He'll learn. Musa, this is your time to learn how to play right wing back, mate. I hate going back to the wing back system, but I feel like we just have to do it. I was wondering if Renato Sanchez could play right wing back. I'm now just looking through all the players, hoping that someone can play right wing back. I already know the answer. I don't have a right wing back. Musa, good luck, have fun. You're the playing there now. Apparently it'd be beneficial to play Musa in a more familiar position. Ignore. Absolutely not. He will learn. Man City just tearing us apart in the wide areas right now. I feel like we need wing backs to deal with it. Haaland, I mean, he's offside there, right? I know he's quick and his off the ball movement is good. It's not that good. That was miles off. I'm so confident. I'm not even going to panic. Okay, maybe I panicked a little bit, but it's not given. Goal ruled out. Was it close? I was closer than I thought it was, but it's fine. It doesn't count. He's off. De Bruyne to Ruben Diaz. I was getting ready to do another shout, but I suppose we'll put it on hold for now because Man City in possession. De Bruyne drifting into the box. Lots of space. Raspadori. Not sure I want to see our striker putting in slide tackles on De Bruyne of all players. Then De Bruyne, or De Jong rather, has an effort from range that goes over. Man City in possession yet again. I feel like they've had a lot of the first 40 minutes of this game. We're having to do a fair bit of defending. With our players now playing as wing-backs, I'm hoping they can deal with the overlapping wing-backs because that is clearly just something they're looking to use. And we know how vulnerable we are in those wider areas. Corner here. Is that Haaland and Mark to the near post? No one wants to see that. Ball whipped in. It's headed away initially. I'm concerned now there's more to come though. Bernardo Silva, lots of players still committed forward. Jeremy Pino has an effort that's blocked and we just about get it away from danger. We are hanging on. At half-time, I was about to say at half-time it's going to be 1-1. There's another highlight. Hold the phone. Ball whipped in, headed away. Please just end the half. There's 30 seconds left. We've had one shot on target. Fortunately for us, it went in. And we're still on the back foot here as De Jong has another effort from range that goes over. 1-1 at the break. We scored our goal and then nothing else happened. I want to say that, the tactical changes we made kind of slowed down their play. The reality is they didn't really. I'm going to make a bit of a change, I think. We've played Romero at right back before. It's not that unusual for us to do it. It's probably not the most ideal right back choice, but it's the best I can do without making a sub. I suppose I could just bring in Hatterbar. Do I do that? I feel like Romero, he scares me. You know what? I'm doing it. Hatterbar's going to come in. Hear me out here. This is a bit wild. We are going to move to a 4-1-3-2. This is a formation that I used a few years ago in Football Manager. It's a formation I still like now. I think it suits the players that we've got. Obviously, DeMarco is going to sit deeper, as is Hatterbar. Sanchez and Musa are going to need to do a little bit of marking of the guys on the overlap, but I think this could suit us kind of nicely. And defensively, we are under pressure right now, and I feel like we need to do something to change that. And I think just crowding out the middle a little bit might be a good way to force the ball into wide areas and maybe just nullify Man City's ability to create as much, at least through their midfield. Because right now, De Bruyne is just running the show. De Bruyne, he's quite good, is Kevin De Bruyne. And also, this plays into the strength of the fact we've got players like Sanchez, Musa, and Zach Haaien, three very, very good centre mids. It's kind of nice to be able to play them all as centre mids. And, well, our regular style of play is not really working at the moment. Chance here, Raspadori, his effort is blocked. We are still looking to use the wings a lot. I'm just thinking, actually, I don't really want to focus down the wings as much as we were previously. As much as I like DeMarco and Hatterbar, they can't be the plan of attack on their own. Anyway, let's see if we can make something happen here. Playing out from the back is a lot trickier all of a sudden when you have two centre-backs instead of three. Of course, when you're playing against one striker, it's easier. But if they were playing with two strikers, playing with two centre-backs out from the back, both centre-backs are going to be man-marked a lot. It's one of the big strengths of playing a three at the back, actually, is when you come up against two striker systems. But in this instance, Man City are just playing with Haaland. Their inside forwards aren't pushing up too high. So with that in mind, I'm not too scared about playing a back four here. Slay heads it away from danger. Rodrigo keeps the threat alive. Man City, they have been all over us. We've had to do a radical shift in plan. And, well, it might not be enough because Bernardo Silva's through. Marco, massive, massive save. Not what I want to see 7 minutes into the half. If I'm being honest, I'm going to get a shout of demand more going. Another corner for us to deal with. And we've not dealt with it. Ruben Diaz has scored. I was about to say we've had a lot of corners against us. They've got some very good headerers of the ball. They've shown that there, haven't they? Man City take the lead in this game once more. Silva whips the ball in. Ruben Diaz heads it. Man on the post doesn't even jump. Who was that? Who was it? Name and shame. I think it was DeMarco, but I can't prove it, sadly. Not ideal. Made some changes. Obviously, Man City do just have a better squad than us. I feel like I've not really made that clear. Maybe I should make that clear. I'd like to think most of you would know Man City have a better squad than our Atalanta team, but we are still under a lot of pressure here. I'm not particularly enjoying. Right, let's make some changes. Pause the game. Let's have a think. We're not going to play the ball out of defence anymore. We're going to go more direct. In transition, we're going to go big. We're going to go over the top. Sesko's not had a good game. Let's bring in Luca, who will play as that target forward for us. I have one more sub if I want to use it, but it's only the 55th minute. I probably should save it, at least for now. I want us to press higher up. I want us to be a bit more direct with our play. I mean, Luca just flicking on the ball for Raspadori feels like the best game plan that we have. Right now, we're not having enough for the ball. We're not creating enough. Going a little bit more direct might just allow us to have that one fluky chance, or maybe just one good chance, because Zakharyan is drifting wide. In possession, the goal scorer floats it back post. Raspadori's there. I mean, if Luca gets his header on that, maybe it's a different story. Raspadori not quite as good in the air, but a sign that something has changed at least. I say all of that. It's, what, 15 minutes left? Free kick for us to deal with here. Man City to take it, whip back post. Sanchez heads it away. Ruben Diaz under the ball, though. Crosses it in. Oh, my word. Jeremy Pino has a shot that Hattabor has blocked and gone over the crossbar. We've shown quite a lot of fighting spirit this tail end of the season in big matches. We're going to need another late comeback here, but right now, Man City just have us penned back. We cannot get out of this situation that we're in. So many men committed forward for them off the corner, but we can't even get the ball off them. They're just holding on to it. Very frustrating to watch. Okay, let's think about this. There is not long left. There is not long left. Hattabor and, DeMarco, you might as well go wing backs on attack, lads. Zakharyan, shadow striker. Luca, advance forward. You can see no one in our team's really had a particularly good game today, which is a little bit frustrating. I have one last sub in my back pocket. Do I really want to bring in another striker? I think I kind of do. I'm going to take off Musa. I'm going to play Guiri, I think, as a third striker. We're just going to go big up top and try and lump the ball forward. Zakharyan can still stay as a centre mid on attack. I mean, Renato Sanchez, you might as well go centre mid on attack. At this point, we have to just throw men forward and try and make something happen. Hit early crosses. Go as direct as we can. Pass into space. Attack. Look, I'm out of ideas. We're taking on Man City. They've dominated the game, as you might expect. We have to just try and score something. We're throwing men forward. Maybe a chance for us here, or maybe a chance for them just to catch us out. Richie hits it. Didn't show you the fact he was world class there, did he? Kick straight over. Goal kick now for Man City. We have so many men pressing forward here. They might just be able to beat the press with one big ball up, and we'll be in all kinds of trouble. But with 5 minutes left, we don't really have a choice. We kind of just have to go for it. João Cancelo on the overlap scares me. Defending may need to be done here. It's not an optional thing for us. We do still have to defend. Cancelo inside to De Bruyne. Cancelo, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne. Cancelo. They're just toying with us. They're just messing with us. I just feel sad. We've not had a lot to cheer about today. There's not been chances to get excited about. And with 4 minutes left, we're playing Piggy in the middle, and we are the Piggy. Jeremy Pino, Haaland, he's going to score, isn't he? Oh, my word. Marco, good save. He keeps us in it, does the captain. I mean, now we have a chat. Look how many men we've got forward here. I wouldn't believe we could somehow catch them out, but I know it's a bit of a pipe dream. Is that not a foul, referee? Apparently not. Another highlight immediately. I mean, I feel like in throwing men forward, we're just creating more highlights for Man City. But we've got 3 players all goal hanging. So if we can get the ball forward, there's a chance. Marco, distribute it over the top. Kick it long. Do that thing I've told you about. So many highlights to end things here, but none of them going our way, which is problematic. Haaland's on the ball again. This man scares me. He's just better. He's just better. He's just better than us, isn't he? Nice save, Marco. Marco's keeping us in this. 2-1 looks respectable. Let's be real with ourselves here. It's not been a good performance. It's been a really bad performance. Although Hernandez has had to go off injured for them. Are they down a man because of that? I'm going to assume that Klopp saved a sub. But I want to believe they could be down a man. Maybe? They're not down a man. They just brought in Zinchenko. Right. It's the 89th minute, isn't it? It's the 89th minute. It's time to throw more men forward. Renato Sanchez, shadow striker. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Have I lost the plot? Quite possibly. DeMarco, winger on attack. Catabor, winger on attack. Very attacking now. We have to get a goal. We're playing with 2 centre-backs. There'll probably be no more highlights for the next 5 minutes, but at least we've tried to make something happen. There's 1 minute left. Of course, playing on extended highlights, I know the final whistle gets shown as a highlight, so this could all be for nothing. Also, Cancelo's got a lot of space in the wide area all of a sudden. It's almost like we don't have defenders. De Bruyne. DeMarco clears it out into touch. But this game's gone, isn't it? I know this game's gone. I know we don't stand a chance. Marco makes another save. Marco might get man of the match on the losing team. Probably not, but he has got a 7.4. He's done okay. I mean, in terms of entertainment value, I feel like this episode hasn't really delivered. I feel like the standards were set unnecessarily high, but Football Manager, you have to take the good with the bad, you have to take the happy with the sad, and unfortunately today is just a sad day where a Man City team that are superior than us have just bullied us. And unless, I mean, there's no time, is there? Is there? Just blow the whistle. Raspadori, surely not. No way. Guiri, please. There's so many men in the middle. Guiri crosses it. Zakarian. Oh, Raspadori's hit it over. Did anyone else start to dream? Did anyone else start to believe? Not me. I never believed. Maybe I did a little. Man City, congratulations. You've bought yourself a Champions League. You've won, Man City. I don't want to watch this. I'm a gracious loser. Don't want to watch the trophy lift. I'm going to tell the players I'm proud of their efforts. We weren't the favourites for this competition. Man City, they're quite good. They've just won the Premier League, by the way. And if we just look at the Premier League title they won, they did it rather convincingly. Doesn't soften the blow of losing a Champions League final, though, anymore, knowing that we lost to the best team in the Premier League. I mean, silver lining, £13 million to spend. That's nice. Look at the finances. 60 million in the bank. 30 million for a transfer special upcoming. But it doesn't mean anything, does it? It doesn't mean anything. The only thing we've not won now is the Champions League and the Club World Cup that happens next summer as well. That's something to look forward to for sure. I mean, silver lining, we've got a little bit of money to spend, and because we went so far in Europe, all of our players' values have now shot up compared to where they were a few years ago. But there might be some wheeling and dealing needed if we do want to take that extra step, because right now, we're not an elite European team. We're just not. And I think to do that, we're going to have to spend some money and maybe sell some of our superstars and invest elsewhere. Which kind of hurts to say, to be honest. Of course, let's look at the positives. We do still have the end of season review. Despite that heartbreaking loss in the final, it was a successful season on the whole. All the new additions to the team played 20 plus games. Of course, there were only 5 new signings. We went with quality over quantity, and they all chipped in. Sesko, 32 goals. Musa, 14 assists. Richie had a really good run in, really, I feel like, for a roaming playmaker in this match engine. If you get above a 7, you're doing amazing. Papega chipped in when he needed to, came in to be that squad player. I feel like I've not really said his name a lot, but he did what he came in to do. He came in to be this backup option that we could throw in and trust. He did that for us. In terms of the season, I mean, let's look at the pot. We've won the Serie A title 2 years in a row. We're bloody massive in Italy. Just be nice to go that little bit further in the Champions League. You can see here, final position runner-up. Board expectation was only the first knockout round, so we really did overperform to make it that far. Knocking out the likes of Bayern Munich, knocking out the likes of Real Madrid. It would have been a pretty dreamy run if we could have also knocked out Man City, but it just wasn't meant to be, sadly. You can see in the end, Real Madrid won the Spanish Premier Division on the final day of the year, securing the La Liga title. And elsewhere, if we just look at Bayern, unsurprisingly, they won the Bundesliga. So we knocked out 2 of the champions of their, domestic leagues. Unfortunately, we just couldn't do the Premier League team. Not because, the Premier League's a super league with loads of money or anything, but I'm going to, that might have played a factor. I'm not a sore loser, I swear. In terms of club rep, we are up to worldwide reputation. We are Mr. Club Worldwide. That sounded cooler in my head. Look, the reputation's going up. That will allow us to attract, hopefully, any Italian player that we want. Of course, we are still kind of going with that Italian focus. In terms of shirt sales, you can see Raspadori, Luca leading the way, Zakarian, Musa and Sesko, the other players. Lots of money made in sponsorship, lots of money made in prize money. Hopefully we're going to be able to reinvest some of that to go, as I said, that one step further. That's what I want to do. Next year, We have the option of like the quintuple, because there's going to be the Club World Cup and the Champions League to try and win, as well as everything else that we've already succeeded in. In terms of personal accolades, Manager of the Year, I'm brilliant. Nothing else needs to be said. Lucas set most record for goals in a match. Musa was our top goal scorer. And you can see here, Sesko dominated a lot of the awards. Raspadori, top goal scorer. Ravella, most assists. That's a little bit surprising, isn't it? Has he really got the most assists? Has he actually? I didn't realise that. I mean, we've got 6 players in double figures, but fair play to Ravella. For a player who didn't start that many games, he did quite well. So in terms of club vision for the upcoming years, they want to qualify for the Champions League quarter-final next year. In 2 years, they want us to win the Serie A title again. This year, they want a top 3 finish. I'll tell you what I expect from next year. I want to win Serie A. I want to win the Champions League. I want to win the Club World Cup. There's a lot of wants. It's going to be difficult to make them all happen. The players have gone away for their holly bobs. I'm going to go away for my holly bobs. Next time out, next episode, we're going to have a transfer special. Let me know what you think of our current squad. What positions would you be improving? Where should I be looking to strengthen? Are there any players that I should possibly be looking to sell on, trying to cash in on whilst we can? I'd love to know any and all thoughts down in the comment section as always. Hopefully you've enjoyed the return to form of this series. 4 episodes this week. I want to get at least 1 more season in before FM23 drops. I'm conscious of the fact that the beta is probably only 6 weeks away. Traditionally, I like to have a month off before the next Football Manager comes out. I will probably be looking to have that break still. So it is in the back of my mind. Next season, it might be our last chance to try and make something of this Atalanta team. I hope you're ready for next year. I hope you're ready for what could be a critical transfer special. And until then, it is me, Jack, and I'll see you all on the next one. I'm out.